Today we're looking at why people love living in LaGrange, Illinois. LaGrange is ranked in the top 10 percentile of the best suburbs to live in the entire country, not just Chicago. And in this video, we're gonna find out why. So if you're considering making a move to LaGrange, Illinois, stick around for the entirety of this video, where we dive into the best things about living in LaGrange. Before we get into it, if this is your first time visiting the channel, thanks for stopping by. My name is John Sintich, and I make content like this each and every week about all things living in the Chicago suburbs. So if you're looking to relocate out of the city of Chicago to the suburbs, if you're relocating from out of state, or if you're just living in a different suburb and you want to move to a different suburb within Chicago, this is the channel for you. We explore many of the Chicago suburbs and help you understand which ones might be for you and which might not be for you. I'm also a licensed realtor in the state of Illinois, so if you have any real estate needs whatsoever, if you need to make a move, give me a call, give me a text, shoot me an email. All my contact information is going to be below in the description and on the screen. My team and I would absolutely love to help you. All right, let's talk LaGrange. So one of the things that people absolutely love about LaGrange is its location in relation to downtown Chicago. LaGrange is located just 15 miles southwest of the city of Chicago, and you're going to get there by hopping on I-55 South, better known by Chicagoans as the Stevenson Expressway. You'll take that to 9094, and that's just going to dump you right into the city. It takes 20 minutes to get downtown from LaGrange or to the West Loop. So if you work in the city and your boss is one of those that requires you to go back into the office, or maybe you work a hybrid work schedule, you work 2 or 3 days a week in the office, so you have to go into the city, LaGrange might be a very attractive option for you because it's a really quick drive into the city. If you don't like to drive to the city, there's also a Metro train option. The BNSF Metro line will take you right into Union Station from LaGrange. So there's quite a few different options for you for commuting into the city if you need to do that. The second thing people absolutely love about LaGrange is its walkability. Now, depending on where you live, all of the shopping, dining, leisure, things of that nature can be within walking distance of your home. That's absolutely huge in the suburbs because most of the other videos that I do on the suburbs of Chicago harp on the fact that there's a lack of walkability. You know, that's one of the downsides of actually living in the suburbs is you really need a car to get anywhere. And coming from downtown Chicago, if you're relocating from the city and you're used to stepping outside of your condo, your townhouse, your apartment, and just walking to whatever you need to get, it's one of the biggest shocks of moving from the city into the suburbs because you really can't do that anymore. Now, LaGrange is different. There's definitely some areas of LaGrange where you can live and walk to downtown LaGrange, walk to your shops, walk to your dining, walk to your leisure activities. So LaGrange can actually offer you that same luxury that you thought you were missing out on by moving out of Chicago. So you really might not have to use a vehicle as much if you live in LaGrange, which is huge for people. The third thing that people absolutely adore about living in LaGrange is the historic neighborhood. The homes in the older sections of LaGrange are excellent examples of architecture dating all the way back to the late 19th century into the early 20th century, and they really showcase a variety of architectural styles. There's a high quality of architecture and historical significance, and really how well maintained these homes have been has actually merited LaGrange national recognition. And back in 1979, the LaGrange Historical District was placed on the National Register of Historic Places. So if you're into historical architecture, you like older, classical looking houses, you might love LaGrange because you'll know that the quality and the beauty of these homes are going to be maintained long after you buy a home in LaGrange. Now, if you don't like older homes, if you're into a more modern, maybe new construction, you can find that in LaGrange too. It's a really nice mix of classic architecture and modern design as well. The fourth thing that people absolutely love about LaGrange is the downtown area. It's another thing that many Chicago suburbs lack is a really nice, energetic downtown area, and LaGrange definitely has that. Downtown LaGrange is the perfect example of the melding of the past and the future. It actually plays host to many resident favorite events like the Pet Parade and the Holiday Walk, which when I was researching for this video, many of the LaGrange residents remarked on the Pet Parade and the Holiday Walk as some of their favorite things going on in downtown LaGrange every year. And as we remarked on before, downtown LaGrange is located in the quiet, residential, historic housing district, which is what we talked about before. And just one look at the LaGrange Theater marquee really creates a deep sense of nostalgia, and that's emphasized by streets of businesses close together, often topped by residential apartments on the second floor of these buildings. Now, architecturally, this area has been untouched over time. The businesses themselves, however, are new and exciting small chain businesses or businesses offering diverse experiences like dining, shopping, and leisure. We're actually going to step out of the studio and hit downtown LaGrange so we can take a look for ourselves. All right, we're cruising to downtown LaGrange as we speak. On our way, I thought I'd drop a few more facts about what's going on in LaGrange. So LaGrange has a population just under 16,000 people. It's got that smaller town feel, but it still does feel like the city. You go downtown, there's alleyways you can walk through. The businesses are compact, they're close together with, you got apartments, residential spaces over top. It really does have a city feel to it. Now, as far as housing goes in LaGrange, if you're looking for a detached, median price, single family home, you're gonna see homes around $615,000. Now, prices definitely get down to the high $200,000 range, all the way up to, $2, $3, $4, $5 million homes. There's a lot of different price points in LaGrange. The median is going to be $615,000. Now, if you're looking for an attached single family home like a condo or a townhouse, the median sales price for those is $225,000. So there are a lot of different price options and house styles and options in LaGrange as well. Now, if we look at some of these historic homes that we talked about, those are going to be way up there in price. They're going to be well over the $1 million price point.
Here we are stopped outside of Steak and Vine, which opened back in 2016. It's a relaxed neighborhood steakhouse serving quality food. It has an extensive wine list and has a great dinner menu right in the heart of downtown LaGrange. And here's one of the top rated sushi restaurants in LaGrange, Sushi Ukai. Check out the Google reviews and you'll see how well received this restaurant is. Now here we are now outside of Kama Indian Bistro. It's a family-owned restaurant. It's a collaboration between father and son, world star chefs. Everything in the kitchen is actually made fresh from scratch and it's customized to your taste.
The fifth thing that people absolutely love about LaGrange is the inclusive community. That's another thing that when I was researching for this video, so many of the residents were saying how they love the inclusivity of the community, the diversity of the community, etc. One of the most jarring things I think for people when they leave Chicago or a big metropolitan area for the suburbs is that depending on which suburb you're relocating to, there can be kind of a lack of cultural diversity. And when you just left one of the most culturally rich environments in the country, it can be kind of shocking when you make that transition. So it's great to know that LaGrange offers that if that's something that's really important to you. The wide cultural diversity and the walkability of LaGrange can kind of soften the transition of moving from Chicago to the suburbs. Before we get into our final thing that people love about LaGrange, I just want to ask if this video is giving you any value whatsoever. If you're enjoying the video, do me a huge favor, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel because I make content like this every week. And if you're enjoying this video, you'll definitely enjoy everything else we have to offer here. Smash that subscribe. All right, let's get to the last thing that people absolutely love about LaGrange, and it's the public schools. This was one of the main things people said that really kept them in LaGrange or was the deciding factor on moving to LaGrange. So if you have kids and schools are important to you, then listen up because you're gonna wanna hear about this. LaGrange public schools have an A+ rating according to niche.com. Now, absolutely do your own research when it comes to schools. But what I know is that there are several middle schools in LaGrange that are ranked in the top 50 schools in Illinois. And these schools feed into Lyons Township High School, which is the 32nd ranked high school in the state of Illinois. So if schools are really important to you, you have kids and you really want to send them to really good public schools, then LaGrange is going to have those schools available to you. So you know your kids are going to be in a great learning environment. Here's a quick bonus that everyone also said they loved about LaGrange. I don't have any stats on this to give you, but most of the reviews that I received when doing the research for this video is that people loved the safety of LaGrange and commented frequently about it feels like a very safe, tight-knit community. And that's a huge reason why many people stay in LaGrange year after year after year is because they feel it's a great place to raise a family or it's just a great place to live, a safe place to live. So definitely do your own research on crime statistics there, but a lot of good feedback with regard to LaGrange and the crime. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you found it informative and valuable. And if you need any help moving to LaGrange or moving in the state of Illinois in general, shoot me an email, give me a call, shoot me a text. My team and I would be absolutely honored to help you. I am a licensed realtor in the state of Illinois, so reach out to me. All my contact information is going to be on the screen and below in the description of the video. Thanks again for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next video.